Greetings and welcome to my channel, View from My Desktop. We here at View from My Desktop that can show affordable hi-fi equipment that looks nice, sounds nice, and is at a nice price. Today we're going to do a review of one of the components I use when I do some of my testing for my reviews, and it may be something that you can also use with your own equipment if you want to test some things out or just have, just for use. So let's get started. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate all the support. Reach over and hit that like button, hit that share button, and please subscribe if you have not already done so. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified about upcoming reviews. Today we have a Pyle 4-channel speaker switch selector. This is called the PSLSW4. 4-channel high power stereo. It says high power. This thing doesn't have any power. It doesn't have any. It does have internal. It does have some internal components though. I mean, it's not an empty box for sure. This thing, let's start with the back. So that may make the front make a little bit more make the front make a little bit more sense. On here you have amplifier A, amplifier B. Now these are all 5-way binding posts. I do have a similar one that has spring clips. I'm gonna do a review on that one, and that is a more affordable option also. But this one, amp A, amp B, these are the inputs, and then you have speaker set 1, speaker set 2, speaker set 3, and speaker set 4. This one is I use this one. I use this on the side by side with the Riois, the Singing Wood. Let me see if I remember the exact names. That was the Riois DS6800M, the Singing Wood T25, and the Mica MB42. I recently posted that review of a side by side with those 3 different sets of speakers. And this was the selector that I used on it. And I think the amplifiers, I did a couple of tests. One of the tests, I also used it when I did a side by side with the with 2 amplifiers. The amplifiers was the 398A, and I compared it to an AK45 Pro. So I also did a test with that where those were the 2 amplifiers I used, and I listened to them with different speakers, and even with those 3 speakers I mentioned also. But so this one I used to do side by sides with amplifiers and side by side with speakers. Okay. This one is I'm not gonna say it's my favorite one. I have a couple of different switchers, and they provide different things. One is an amplifier with 4 channels, and with that one, I'm gonna do a whole lot of tone control with different sets of speakers connected to the same amplifier. I have another one where I could connect 2 amplifiers and 2 sets of speakers, but it has a remote, and it allows me to get further back, and then I can manipulate from a distance. And because it has the remote, so I can switch from back and forth, in a larger room and control the amplifier with the remote if they have one. So they all have different advantages. So, but this is one, and it has the advantage it has is that I can connect two amplifiers, A and B, and see right here, you see the A and B, I can connect which amplifier I want it to be playing on. So I can be playing, I can turn it off. See? So I can turn everything off, any individual off, right? And then from there, if I want to listen to amplifier A, push it in, turn up this on amplifier A, and then I can switch to amplifier B, and go from A to B for this particular set of speakers on one, and I can do the same thing on two. Turn two up, A or B, and decide. And then I can also decide whether I want to listen to on particular A, speaker one, or speaker two, or speaker three, or speaker four. So it gives me the ability to do that, and I talk about how I can, the blending isn't as smooth as the one with the 4 channels on the one amplifier. I could blend them a little bit better. But this one, it has its advantages. So I can set the volume on A. B may not get as loud, so I can turn the volume up a little bit on speaker B. Maybe speaker C is a little bit louder, so I may have it turned down a little bit. Try to balance out the volume on them, and I can only have maybe something connected to amplifier A, or turn off amplifier B, and only amplifier A is working. So I can turn on amplifier A, listen to it, turn on amplifier A for this one, listen to it, amplifier A on this one, listen to it. And because amplifier B is off, you won't hear anything, And you can also turn everything off on with this. All right. So this one has its advantages. This is a good choice if you have more than one set of speakers and you want to, if you get some speakers in and you want to compare them to some other speakers you have, you can connect your amplifier to this, and then you have your set of speakers, and then compare that other set of speakers to the speakers you have to see. And even for a lot of time, especially if if a set of speakers are warmer, do they really sound that much warmer than another set of speakers? Especially if you get a set of speakers and you spend more money for a set of speakers, or you spend less money for the set of speakers, do they live up to, do the more expensive ones live up to the cost? And do the more affordable ones, do they perform as well as the more costly ones? So you can, sometimes you can invest some money in something like this here, and it may help you out down the road. All right. So you said you can do this is four speaker setup, 2 amps, 4 speakers. All right, and it has volume control. All right, so that's gonna be it. And I'm trying to do more videos, more side by sides. I'll listen to any suggestions you have. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get to them because I'm way behind in reviews. But if it's something that may be on my list, I may be gonna move it further up my list if there's some requests for it. I can't guarantee it. I can't guarantee it, but I'm willing to listen to suggestions, and I'm willing to have the conversation. If especially if there's a particular reason why you think something may compare to another one. All right. And please stay tuned. Uh, please listen to good things. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.